So, as you guys probably know, what happened in Nevada was the Nevada State Democratic Party leadership got swept in the elections by Bernie Sanders progressives, DSA progressives, those same progressives who ran the grassroots campaign that ended up resulting in a blowout win for Bernie Sanders. So, they sweep the elections. Now, what we're seeing is Bernie Sanders is actually raising money for those Nevada state Democrats who are now in the leadership, who are now Bernie Sanders supporters. So, essentially, what has happened is the Nevada State Democratic Party's leadership has been taken over by Bernie Sanders Democrats. That is a huge, huge thing. It's a huge deal. Not only are you dismantling the Harry Reid corporate democratic system that is built there, but now the apparatus is being run by progressives. So Bernie Sanders did a pretty ballsy move here in that he's actually fundraising for those said progressives. So he sent out this email, if you're on the email list, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are. He says, in just a moment, we are going to ask you to make a contribution to the Nevada Democratic Party. Please give us a chance to explain why this request, especially today, is so important. Here's what happened. Earlier this month, a slate of progressive Bernie Sanders supporters were elected to leadership positions in the Nevada Democratic Party, including the new party chair. That's great news. Now the bad news. When the establishment forces inside of the party realized they were about to lose the leadership positions, they transferred $450,000 out of the party before the leadership handoff took place. So now we have a team of progressive allies in Nevada, in a slate Bernie dominated 1 year ago, who are ready to transform the Democratic Party in their state. But they are facing limited resources and a depleted bank account. Establishment forces hope to see them fail, but we need them to succeed. We need to have their backs. And so he asked for a donation over towards the Nevada State Democratic Party because the leadership is now progressive. And, this is a pretty big shot at the establishment, man. This is a pretty big deal right here. You're talking about, Bernie Sanders kind of brought this down to a halt or a low in terms of criticizing corporate Democrats because the goal was to defeat Donald Trump. Now he is the Senate Budget Committee chairman, which is a big deal. He also sent out a text. Some of you guys probably got that as well. It says, Team Bernie, if everyone getting this text gives $27 to the Nevada Democratic Party today, we can replace the $450,000 establishment Democrats transferred out of the party when a Bernie supporter was elected party chair. And so they're trying to get it from there. So it's a clear, essentially, war shot, if not even sort of like almost like a declaration of war, if anything, because there was kind of like a détente that was going on, if you will. But now it seems like he's, really rallying up the troops, which is, I didn't expect this to happen. This Nevada State Democratic Party win is something that was really out of the blue for me. I wasn't keeping my eye on that situation, but understand how crucial this is. Obviously, Nevada is typically third in the circuit, Iowa, New Hampshire, then Nevada, which means that it's a very, very pivotal, influential state in the elections. And what progressives need to do is there needs to be a 50-state approach at every single level, local, state, and federal. So you don't just try to get federal seats. You go for both local and you go for state positions, and that's really how you raise up into the ranks to be able to become a progressive legislator, and the real only way, or executive for that matter, but the real only way for progressives to really be able to do a takeover of government is for all of the above approach, more of a bottom up approach than a top down approach. And so what that means is, if you're somebody who wants to run, who's a progressive, start out at a local seat, build your name recognition in your area, then run for a state Senate seat or a state House seat. Then, build your connections, build your brand, get your name recognition out there. Then run for, a federal seat in the House or in the Senate or whatever. That's how, that's what we need to do. So, the power is very delineated in the United States, and so you can take over local governments and have local progressive governments, which will enhance the ability to win state seats and federal seats. So this is a really important thing, and it's very, very exciting that the Nevada State Democratic Party is now led by progressives, because this allows for real progressive takeover in a lot of these areas. And it's definitely surprising to see Bernie Sanders doing this right now, as well as I didn't expect Bernie Sanders to still kind of be leading the fight in this manner. I think everybody kind of thought he would be in his sunset moments now, given that he lost his bid for the presidency, etc. So this is definitely pretty surprising, but really exciting, man. Definitely very excited. So make sure to donate whatever you can to the Nevada State Democratic Party, because we need to send a message like, yo, we're taking shit over, alright? Like, fuck you, we're taking shit over. Fuck the establishment. That's essentially the message we need to send. So definitely make sure to go and donate.